So right now I'm standing in a Bellevue in Pleasant Hill. This is a 1,400 3-bedroom, 2-bath house that is part of Pleasant Hill's new build community for D.R. Horton. So make sure you stay tuned so you can know more about this plan, some of the benefits that you get when you are buying a new home, and also could you get this plan if it's not available at the time you're watching this video. Say to the end. Welcome back to my channel, Living and Investing in Bryan-College. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe as we drop videos every week, whether you look to buy in the next 9 days, 90 days, even 9 months. And today we are in Pleasant Hill, and this is a new area community. Now, the beautiful thing, you're going to hear a lot of background noise, so I may grab this mic to make sure that you can't hear me. But everything in this community right now is one of the best options when it comes to D.R. Horton. So this house behind me is the house you see me at the very beginning. This is the Bellevue. Now, I love the doors and the brick outlet, but right behind me, you're going to see Bear Run. Now, maybe the time that you're looking at this video, these houses are most likely already going to be put together. But what we often find is when people are looking for houses in the Pleasant Hill community, the one thing that they miss out on the advantage of is seeing what the actual houses look like. And so my job today is to let you see not only one, hey, maybe if you come in and you see some of these lots and they say, hey, I have some at the dirt level or the foundation level, this is typically what some of those houses are going to look like. But the house that we're looking in is Bellevue. Pleasant Hill for D.R. Horton have released a new series, and these new series is certain homes like this Bellevue and some of the other ones I'm going to be showing are not available anywhere else. So if you ever hear someone, whether it's me or the rep, say, hey, we're in framing stage or we're in the foundation stage, that's what it looks like. And eventually you're going to say, well, what does it look like finished? Well, this video tour is supposed to help you be able to see that, as we're going to take a look at this Camden house right behind me. Okay, so make sure you stay tuned and make sure you stay to the end so that I can be able to tell you some details about the warranty that they offer and why this will be much better than renting, or even if you're relocating or you already live in the Bryan-College Station area. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this house. Walk into the Bellevue. This is right at 1,400 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I love this brick combo, even with the color of the garage door. And then you have some of the siding inside and a little foyer. So we're going to walk straight in, and right when we walk in, we have an option to be able to go straight into the living room, but we're going to go to the left here, and this is going to show you your bedroom. Now, this Camden plan is going to have a good walk-in closet in this front room. Once again, this front room could be used for numerous of things where it comes to, like, this is your mother-in-law suite. So you have your bathroom that can be in here, or maybe your kids that needs their own space away from you, or just be able to have a separation between someone standing in the front of the house and someone standing in the back. So that's the walk-in closet. So 2 bedrooms are going to be up here, and then right when you come through, here is going to be your living room. So in a second, we'll get a chance to look at master bedroom. Generally, you'll have your dining room where you can be able to set up. Let's walk right over here. Now, generally, depending on when you look in this video, sometimes we can be able to include refrigerator, but this is where refrigerator would go. And as you come inside here, you can be able to see the stove. Now, this overlooks the kitchen. This kitchen look over the living room area. So I always have people say, hey, maybe I want to wash dishes, or maybe I want to have stools here. Maybe I just want to prep my food, look at TV, hang out, and have some family time. Great opportunity. And then right to the left, you have your dining room area. So you can be able to put your table, probably fits about 6 seats. And so as we go outside on this, you can get a chance to see this covered patio. Now, most people love the covered patio. I will say it's very hard to be able to get a good size, decent covered patio, and you're going to have this. And also you have your plug-in here. Now, behind you, eventually, you're going to have think houses. Now, it's other builders in this neighborhood as well, so keep that in mind. But I know these other builds are going to be facing the opposite direction. So technically, you won't be having a backyard that's going to face like this particular house. And so over there, you'll see the construction work that's being done. But we can kind of take a look at the back of the Bellevue to get an idea where you have your fence on the left side, so you can only have one entrance. And you're also going to have your sprinkler system, where the sprinkler system can be able to keep the ground moist. As you know, the Texas soil, one of the things you want to do is not let it dry up. And when you get a hold of me, I'll make sure I give you more details on that. So we come back inside and we go into the laundry room. So this laundry room here, you have both washer and dryer, and of course you can take a look at the 2-car garage, and you're going to have a water sprinkler system over there. You're also going to have your water heater, and then of course you have your attic space. Now let's go into the main bedroom. So right when you walk in, you're going to have access to the primary room, where you have your double sink, his or her sink, however you want to put it, walk-in shower, because who take bath really in this day and age? So, and then you have your walk-in closet. So I love this, good space. Regardless of if you're looking in this area, you know this is going to be a good fit for you. So let's make sure we do get a chance to see a little bit of the room. And all right, so we'll go back here in the dining room area and make sure I talk about warranty and availability. Okay, so right now we're standing in the living room, and let's talk a little bit about the warranty. So the warranty has what's called a 10-to-1. So you have 10 years on like the frame, the roof, the foundation, the structure of this house that holds it up. That's the warranty you have the longest. So if you ever have concerns like, hey, what happens if something happens to my foundation? What happens if something happens to my roof? Like that have warranties, and that is covered in great depth so you can understand why something like that would potentially happen and how that is covered. Now, 2-year warranty is like mechanical. So anything that you think of like your appliances, because some of that you have built-in warranty, and when done right, if you register it, it can be extended more. I think like parts of the 5 years on a brand new products. The key is to that is that a lot of people have missed out on. You have to register right when you purchase a house, and so we have a good follow-up just in that. Make sure you do that as well. So as always, make sure you book a time so that I can make sure we go over the details, or you can book a time that we can come out here and maybe get the details. And then the last warranty, now you have a 1-year warranty. Now I cover a host of things, but just think about it this way: if something goes wrong when it comes to plumbing, electric, within that first year, because things may happen, that is going to be a full coverage warranty where it'll be covered. Okay, now it's details that goes with that, and that's why I always tell people to make sure you book with me so that I can give you more details. But just to keep it simple, you have all that coming into a brand new house and in a new community, as opposed for maybe if you go rent something, yeah, maybe they can fix it or not, and maybe they want to get the cheapest version, right? And so you're getting some good grade options here. So with that being said, I thank you for taking the time to look at this Bellevue house. Remember, it's a 1,400 3-2 house. Now this is, man, I think the third phase. So they're going to continue to be here for 5 years. So depending on when you watch this video, maybe it's more than just this Bellevue that's available, but you want to make sure if this is a house that's a good fit for you and your family, and you like what this look like, and maybe you got a chance to see it now, and you see the other lots that are going to be built, build this house. You just put this house in somebody's legacy, because now they are going to purchase it. So I want to make sure you get a chance to see this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking our time to look into this video. And as always, make sure you like, subscribe, because we drop videos every week, new construction or investing. And so thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Today we're in Pleasant Hill. Now you may have heard of this and maybe not, but right here we have all these new construction houses that you can see behind me. They are not even in final stage, and they are already selling. So I want you to be aware, because some of the houses we're going to look at is going to be in a similar condition. But why you need to be able to take a look at this, because most of the time if you're relocating or if you're a first-time home buyer and you're trying to find the best deal specifically before the year's out, well, you're going to learn how and why you're missing out. So let's go ahead and take a look at what Pleasant Hill and Bryan, Texas have to offer if you pay attention. Let's go. Listen, if you are looking at these homes and you're more on the investor side and you say, Jabari, I'm interested in maybe purchasing this as investment property, maybe for my kids, maybe not this neighborhood, but I know I want to get an investment property. Texas A&M is more of a college town and I want to do the investment side. Make sure you also book a time with us. And guess what? We have a community that is highly focused on just investing. So make sure you join our school. It is down in the description. But all that to say, go ahead and continue to watch the rest of this video. But thank you for taking our time for watching it. All right. Welcome back to my channel, Living and Investing in Bryan-College Station. And if you're new to that channel, make sure you subscribe, because we do things, tour homes just like this, so you can get a chance to see what it looked like from start to finish. So whether it's in a living or investing, either way, I want to make sure you get a chance to connect with us and get your questions answered. So today we are in Pleasant Hill, as I told you, and this neighborhood is probably 5 years away from being complete. So there's a lot of opportunity, whether you go in within the next 9 days, even 9 months. Make sure you connect with us, because my job is to educate you and give you the best opportunities if you're relocating, that first-time home buyer, or just want to take advantage of some of the new construction here in the Bryan-College Station area. So behind me, we have the Texas Cali. This is a 1,700 square foot house, 4-2 home. Now, this is going to be the first of 2 homes that we're going to tour in the Pleasant Hill community. And the second one we're going to have, you're going to see, is still in that building phase. One of the things that we found out is that when you are looking in this area, and if you can just walk with me and take a look at our drone shots, you can be able to see real quick, a lot of the houses that we are looking to close and buy in this area, it's hard to get them when they're complete. All right, so not only we'll take a look at this and make sure you get a chance to see all that's available, it's your call. Don't miss out on a good opportunity because you're waiting for everything to be in place. You'd be surprised how many times we were able to share information that has helped people take action sooner. Now, it's fine if you need to get things in line, but certain government shutdowns don't stop us from being able to provide you with opportunity, okay? So let's take a look at this house. This is the Texas Cali. Now, keep in mind, it's not complete, but we will get an idea to see the bedroom, the 4-bedroom, the 2-bath, and get a chance to see the next house that's going to be a 3-2 house, all right? So let's take a look at Texas Cali, then we'll take a look at our next one, so our Lake Burn, and then we'll go from there. All right, let's go. All right, so right now we're at the entrance. So because we do investing, we built a lot of these houses from the beginning, and you can kind of see the quality underneath these sidings that's still being exposed right now. So eventually this all is going to be covered up with this hardy board that's going to go here. You can see the electric, that's a wire that's being ran through here. So this entry, I love the green fixture. Now when you come in here, you're going to see what it looks like before the sheetrock. But if you've seen most of our houses, you realize one thing is this is going to be our bathroom, and then you're going to have 2 of your bedrooms on this side. So closet spaces. Now this oftentimes, these rooms are good for office space, because if you're looking for a house, and oftentimes when someone's looking for something, they're trying to figure out, well, who would be in this room? Who would be in that room? I always told you guys at the very beginning, you can probably guarantee that these front rooms are going to be your mother-in-law suite. It's going to be your office place. Or because it's a 4-2, maybe you just want to expand the kids. Hey, you go in the front, I'm going to be back here because I don't want to see you unless you need some or if it's an emergency. So I've heard somebody say that about their kids. All right, so we're going to go back here into this area. Now, when we walk in, you can kind of see this is kind of that foyer. This would be our garage, and we'll take a look at that here in a second. But this will be your laundry room, and this will be your other 3rd bedroom. So this here has a side window, and this will be our closet space. Now these closets are pretty good, decent size. So coming from this room, and as we go further, this will be just an extra closet that you maybe want to put your clothes in. Now, it's so funny because when you look at this, you're like, Jabari, how am I supposed to visualize this? Well, we'll make sure we throw some pictures so you can see it, but this is gonna be your countertop where your kitchen's gonna be laid out, and then right over here will be where you have your other counter space that goes into your pantry. You'll have your refrigerator that's gonna be right on this side. You can generally tell kind of some of the water where it comes through the filtration system. And then this will be your dining room area. So our dining room area will get a chance to, hey, this is what families and friends can be able to hang out. And then living room, right? That's the most important thing. Now, 1,700 square feet. Here, this living room, you can get a good idea of not only the space that you can have, but think about the memories. Holiday season is upon us, and going into one year to the next, this is a space that you can start creating memory in your own home instead of being able to rent something that's not yours. All right, so let's take a look at inside of here. This will be the main primary bedroom. So the cool thing is what you would do, this would be kind of where you put the bed at. Now I would say queen, king size bed. You can see the plug-ins where you'll put the nightstands in. So you can be able to say, hey, this is my space. Love the ceiling. Now it'll be a little hard to see right now, but you're gonna have your walk-in shower that's gonna be right here. And then you'll have your walk-in closet. And just because electricity haven't been put in yet, it's kind of dark as of right now. Okay, so let's go to this back area. Now, the thing I always tell people is that anytime you're wanting to get a house that is on a corner, I think this is the best feature because you're gonna have more yard space. You're naturally gonna have more yard. So before they even have any, see, this is all the lots that are available. So if you get a chance to kind of see behind me, everything that you see, those little green poles, those are going to be additional houses that's eventually have. So this will have a neighbor in the back, but this yard, because of the side of it, is going to be a little bit extended because it's the corner lot. Corner lots, you're just gonna get more yards than the rest of the neighborhood. So this is one of the houses that you want to take advantage of and still available at the time of this recording, okay? So we take a look at the Texas Cali. Do you like it? You're like, I can't see it. I can see it. This is just what you have to know is when you're looking for something, and the price points, we'll talk more about that towards the end and talk more about some of the other things we said we were going to talk about when it came to D.R. Horton after we tour this next home. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's go walk that house, see what you think, and then let's wrap up at the end and talk a little bit more. All right, let's go. Right now we're at 5420 Bear Run here in Pleasant Hill. So this is the second house, and this is a 3-2, right around that 250 to 260 range. So here's what I want you to keep in mind as you compare and realize these different home and different incentives. This is a great time to see it. Do you like this floor plan over the other floor plans? And if you don't know and you're like, I don't know, I just need to do the best thing that's gonna be me for my family, and I've taken the time to tour all this, make sure you book a time with us, reach out so that I can go ahead and expedite that for you. But if you have time, let's go take a look at it. Okay, so this is gonna be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I love the brick entrance as you go in. Now keep in mind, they won't have any lights or electricity inside of here, but they got the floors down. I like this because you're gonna have your full bathroom, and it's like, oh, which room can I go in? And here you get a chance to see the beautiful sunset in Texas, because the heat is the heat in Texas. And when it gets to this part of the day, you're like, feels a little bit better. Sometimes it's even hot when the shade is out. That's a weird thing. You can only be in Texas to understand that. But this room will be facing the front, and then we'll come straight in here. Now, here's the reality about this is, like I've said before, you have to, based on your family makeup and the layout of what you need for your family, that's gonna tell you how you're gonna use this room. So this is gonna be your closet. But let's go inside of here. Now, this is gonna be your primary bedroom. Now, this is gonna have also your walk-in closet. As you can see, there's no door in there right now. So you'll have a sliding, not a sliding door, you have an open door that probably is gonna open right here. This is gonna be the shower head. La, 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 la. Texas heat cool down, that's real. All right, then you have your walk-in closet over here, and then you have your individual stall. So it's pretty interesting when you see this before it's finished, and we'll do another video to make sure you see some of the finished products that are here. But this is just, once again, to give you a understanding of, hey, these homes oftentimes that is in the range that you need it to be in this price range, this is sometimes the stage you're going to see it in. And so knowing that we've walked several and hundreds and even probably thousands of these plans to give you an idea, just know that we are fully aware of what you're getting. And the beautiful thing I like about these houses is that it comes with warranty that you can't get when you're renting, because guess what, if something was to go out, you have it's 2 years, but you can extend it to 5 if you register correctly. Make sure you book a time with us so I can show you how to do that. And then also the 1 year, which is like a full coverage warranty. Got your pantry, and then right over here is where you're gonna put your refrigerator. Love the white cabinets complementing the tan vinyl plank floor. So let's take a look at the back. They do have the fence up on this one, so you can kind of get an idea what to expect. Cover patio, so you have your hairy friends that want to run around out here. Don't worry, it's going to have grass. I know it's a little muddy right now. You know, I don't want to put you in a sticky situation, but here's the reality is this is going to be facing, you know, you have neighbors in the back. And here's the thing, you know, I've seen people say, oh, I want my space. And sometimes when you're relocating, you just need to get to where you need to get to, and realize over time, these areas and these homes are great investment properties. And you may say, I don't want to have 5, 6 investment properties. Well, here at Legacy Real Estate, one of the things I want you to understand is real estate is one of the most promising things that you can ever pass down. And whether you're passing it down so somebody can sell it, or you're passing it down for something that, hey, this house can not only build memories, but you can build up equity that over time, if you sell it because you need to relocate, you can take all the money that you will be putting in renting. Think about this. If you're going to rent for $1,200, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 a month, you can buy a house with that amount. And guess what? Instead of you throwing that $1,300 away every month, you can put that into the house. And by putting this into his house, and say you're only here for 5 years, say you're only here for 4 years, because we have people who come in and out and they're not sure, it's going to be much better when you leave and you say, hey, Jabari, we need to sell. Man, I want to get, you know, the money that I use and use that to help me relocate. And that's much better than having to think about, man, I gotta save this money up as well as I'm paying rent. It's just another way to get your savings where you need it to be, okay? Let's talk a little bit about one of the things that I've realized when it comes to D.R. Horton is that when you buy these new construction homes, one thing that I've told everybody is that there's a difference when you buy these homes, because your payments can be 10 times lower when it comes to financing. But guess what? When you buy a house and it is taxed at what's called unimproved taxes, that means your tax rate's gonna be much lower because it's just the dirt. As you can see behind me, the dirt. That when they build a new home, the taxes come out once a year. And what I've always fought for my people is that we need to make sure that you include your improved taxes. Now, Jabari, what's the difference from unimproved taxes and improved taxes? Well, the difference is if you have your improved taxes, then that's going to be the highest amount of what you're going to pay in tax. So we give you an estimate payment that's correctly. Now, if that went all over here, this is just another reason why I always want you to reach out to me, because we've had these conversations, we've built these relationships, and we've got over the headaches that most people are always concerned about when it comes to new build. And trust me, people are much happier and they are fortunate enough to be able to get a home. So I thank you for watching this video. Now here in Pleasant Hill, this was newer. You got a chance to be able to tour a home. We took a look at the Texas Cali, and this here is our Ashburn. So Texas Cali was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. This was a 3-2 home. Texas Cali was about 1,700 square feet. This was roughly around 1,300 square feet. So you're looking at roughly around $300,000 for our Texas Cali, bigger home. And this one will be around that $250, $260. Now, depending on the time when you're seeing this video, you may say, Jabari, hey, is it something like this available? Chances not on the market. So you can do all the searching on Zillow and Google and Realtor.com. And the reality is a lot of these properties actually are in my text message, because when we make time and when we meet, I say, hey, if you're interested, I have some off-market properties. So I thank you for watching. Thank you for taking out the time for just going from one house to another and just taking out the time and say, all right, I think this is the neighborhood that's for me. Oh, I don't think this is a neighborhood for me. Either way it goes, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Share us with someone, family member, friend that you know that is moving to the Bryan-College Station area, or know that they want to take advantage of homes in this area. And we'll see you in the next video. And remember, your legacy begins when your excuses end. See you next time. Welcome to Falcon Ridge. This is a brand new community in Bryan where you can find houses from $260 up to maybe $325. Now, a brand new community that you don't know anything about. And the beautiful thing is only 4 houses here. And the model home you can't buy, so it's really 3, and it's lots available. So you want to stay tuned to see how this house or the available house that is still available at this moment of the time of shooting this video, you can get a chance to be able to check it out. So let's take a look at this new community in Bryan, Falcon Ridge, and how you can get a new construction and make a few adjustments in that 260 to 325 range. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna start off here at the model home. Now this is 1,600 square feet. It's a 4-2 house. And I'm just gonna let a layout. So we're gonna go ahead and just take a look at this one. And remember, if you're liking this plan and you wanna build it on these available lots, you can get a chance to be able to see it as we transition to the second house. So let's go ahead and take a look at this house, see what the builder of Kindler Homes, what type of products they make, so you can get an idea of what you'll get here in the Bryan area. All right, let's go take a look at it. Love this entrance when it comes to overlap, but also mixed with hardy board. Beautiful door, keypad entrance. But right when you walk in, so we're gonna have a few things. Now, I love this because you can kind of get an idea of the neighborhood. So let me take you here real quick. So right now, these are all the available lots that you can be able to build in this neighborhood, okay? And you can see some of these corner lots are available. Now, most people like corner lot for privacy. Oftentimes you get bigger yards when you have the cul-de-sac as well. And so wiped off a little bit of that, but that's one of the areas that is still available, okay? So let's go ahead and start here. Now, I love model homes because they're furnished, and for like you who are looking and trying to get a good fit of like, hey, what size bed can I put in here? How can I design this room? They've done it for you because, as you already noticed, I'm not your modeler. I can show you and make sure we do a good job. And by the way, make sure you contact us so that if you like everything you're seeing and you want to build something or you want something in this price range, make sure you contact us, okay? So this is the first room, and this here, I want to say it's about a twin size bed. This here is right at the front, and you can be able to take a look at closet space, good size where you have your shelving space you can be able to put on top. You know, I love how this, just check out the pillow and the cover, how it matches some of the paint. Man, I don't have the patience for that. That's just a great job by who did that. So shout out to Melissa. So you come inside of here. One thing I like about this bathroom is some of these touches on the handles. And then you also have the towel in the bathroom. So I love this because it's not one of those just inserts that they put in. They have the actual towel, which gives it more of a very nice, just luxurious for your guests. That means you have something to look forward to in your main bedroom. Then you have your second room. Now, most of the time, most people have family. Now, you may work from home. This may be an office, maybe another guest area because it's 4 bedrooms. Maybe you need 2. Maybe you have where everyone, you gotta find out, can this fit a bunk bed? Now, this one is a smaller bed as well, so you're gonna have more space, and that's what allows you to have this chair over here. You have this nightstand as well. And then you have this beam back here. So keep in mind when you have kids' rooms and you see this from a video, if you need to put a bigger size room, some of these things won't probably be able to fit as well like they do, okay? So we'll go here and we'll walk our way back into the foyer. Now, the cool thing I like about this is that we can go a couple ways. I'm gonna keep walking this way, but then we'll circle back around and we'll see where that leads us to. So I love this foyer, but right when you walk in, you have your living room. So your living room, we have your TV, and then as you pan over here, we have our backyard, and then we have our dining room set. Now let's go over here to the kitchen. Now I love some of these color cabinets and countertop. So you have about, what we have, a few stools that you can be able to fit. So 3 stools here. Depending on the size, you maybe can get a 4th one. But this is very luxurious feel. Kindler Homes has done a good job at just making sure, like, regardless of the size home that you're looking for, you can still get some of those very modernized look when it comes to the lights, when it comes to the countertop, and even some of the colors in the dashes that's built into the countertop. I've seen and have talked to a lot of people who say, hey, I would like to be able to get something like this within my range, and this is a great opportunity to do so, okay? Now, this here is a gas stove community. So Falcon Ridge is only built by this builder, and so they wanted to make sure most neighborhoods have only electric. So having a gas stove is pretty cool, because most people just have that old feel if they cooking. Hey, I can make sure it don't warm up too quick. All right, have a good pantry size inside of here, and love some of the backsplash when it comes to that, and the floor appliances here, and other countertop space as well. So let's go check out the backyard, trying to get an idea. Now, this side of the neighborhood will face this family, this other neighborhood. So depending on when you see this video, you may say, hey Jabari, if I can, you have some lots that's going to go all the way straight down. Now, this is just a phase 1. I know they say they're going to have a phase 2 as well, but this phase here would get you some backyard space where you have some neighbors, but on the opposite side you have a free space, and you'll see at our other home what that looks like, okay? But you can see back here, it's going to be several different lots as we drive and get down the street. You can see that, but I want to say this lot size is a little bit over the normal. Anytime you have these corner lots over 6,000 square feet, so this is allowing you to be able to get a good size home. So let's go take a look at the rest of the house, and we can see what you can get. Now, if you say, Jabari, I like this exact home, this is going to be closer in your 300 range when it comes to the house, depending on, finishes that you have, or if they're already finishing it out. So if you know you are wanting something in a certain price range, obviously contact me so that we can walk through those details, okay? But here is our main bedroom. Now, you got your full queen and king size bed. And I love the higher ceilings. When you have high ceilings, you have just more depth within the space. Have your window that's going to be facing the backyard, your reading chair, man, great job. And the beautiful thing I like about the pictures, how they complement the pillows. And once again, hire them, not me, when it comes to the designing. And so here we're going to have both your double sinks, and so check this out. Now, depending on when you catch them in the actual process, now you have this tub and this shower, and I even talked to the builders, and they've said, depending on the stage of where you're at, this tub, because you say, hey, we don't really have kids, most of the people just take showers, you can take this tub out and you can be able to extend it, or maybe do vice versa. So it's super important when you reach out to let us know what you liked about these plans and these models, or maybe just like, hey, I like, just the finishes and the colors, I just want to duplicate that, and just let me know that as well. So you're going to have the stall that's going to be right inside of there. Now, we have a lovely walk-in closet. So a walk-in closet, I think I love the shoe built in. This makes your space more optimized. Like when you are moving into a place and you say, hey, I need to be able to get more space for my shoes, because you're probably a shoe head. My wife is a shoe head. And if you're not, maybe heels, maybe boots, maybe hunting, wherever you do in your closet, most of the time you are a fan of something and it's exposed. So you need room for your personality, and your personality is in your clothes, right? So you have that extra space. Then, hey, check this out. So we'll go right in here, and then we have our kind of hidden bedroom. Now, this can be, as you can see, if you have a family, it can be the kid room because it's closest to the main bedroom. So, and this can be a tuckaway office, because you're gonna have that access where come out that closet and you have access to this bedroom, and this behind you closet space that just has some good depth. Not that far of a walk, but you get the point. So it's a good size closet there. And so next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna walk back around. Now, I love here, you're just gonna have just an extra closet, kind of utility room. And then we have a laundry room. Now, this have a sliding Don't worry, I'm gonna let you in. You have your sliding door. And then I love these color cabinets when it comes to this area and your mud room. And you come inside of here, you can get your 2-car garage. Now, right now, obviously, does have a couple things inside of here, but once again, this is a model home, so you can only imagine this is supposed to get you an idea of what this home would look like. All right, so we wrapped this up at this house. We're gonna walk down the street so you can get a look at the other home and some of the other lots and get a better idea of Falcon Ridge community. Let's go check it out. Okay, so now we're at the second home here in Falcon Ridge. Now this is going to be 3-2 house, almost right at 1,300 square feet. This one will be in that 260 range. Now this house will be available, but I love to show you the process of homes because sometimes you'll walk or drive. Most of the time, some people do walk because there's a sidewalk in this neighborhood, and you're like, maybe this could be a good fit for me. Now this being a 3-2 house, 260 in a Bryan-College station area. That's very, very hard to find, and you can sometimes give some insight to what you like and what you don't like. And then over there you'll have our cul-de-sac where if you wanted some bigger lots, and here's the thing you can see, the backyard, you have no neighbors. So that's also a great opportunity that you can capitalize on this right now. So make sure you reach out so that we can talk. If you like everything you see and you like, hey, I got a couple of months, or maybe I'm ready now because this house is going to be ready this month as we're recording this in October 2025. As we walk in, so you can see right now it's with some rebar and everything that's laid out there, about to get ready to pour the concrete. So this will be eventually the driveway, and of course they'll clean out a lot of this stuff. So let's go ahead and take a walk. This here is, most of the time when people are building houses, they're saying it's almost complete. So this have majority those things in it. Don't have like the last electrical stuff in it, so it's great that we're walking in now. You can be able to kind of see a little bit of it thanks to the natural light, but mostly about time you come out and we schedule a time to come out here and take a look at this, a lot of this will already be done. So but just pretty cool to be able to see, you know, you got a little maze. Oh, hey, all right, we made it. Let's see here if we can. Right when you walk in, you're gonna have your 2 bedrooms, and you can see some of the flooring still haven't been put down yet, but I can just tell by some of the finishes it's going to be looking good. So this is the 1 bedroom that's actually facing the front. This sometime is your office space when you having a 3-2 house. This generally is a good fit for just that. And then we'll walk inside of here and you can see some of this stuff is not even finished yet, so we can circle back around and see what this is going to look like, or when you reach out, we'll schedule a time and we can just come personally and see if this is a good fit for you, or say, hey, I want to add this. And then you have your next bedroom that's going to be right here, and like right now this does have concrete floors, and this is generally underneath what is called the subflooring, so eventually you'll have flooring that's on it now. So they finished the paint. So this is going to be your living room. So right here is just your wall for your TV set. And then this here will be your countertop. See, now you eventually have a dishwasher, you have a refrigerator plug in right there. Most of the time you have your dining room set that's going to be kind of right behind you. Just based on where this light fixture is at. Now, sometimes this area would be very good to just putting, you know, your smaller, either longer tables or sometimes your round table. Depending on it, you may do it behind you as well. We have the TV window. Then you have an extra closet here when people come inside. And then let's take a look at our main bedroom, and then we'll take a look at the backyard. So, man, just you can tell the natural light. Take a look at this closet. I don't know which, I love the closet because I think they do a good job of, yeah, I like that. So I just love good deep closets. I think all people, the more closet space, the better. So if you're that person, you're welcome. And this here, so, you know, it's funny because you don't see some of the shower fixtures that are in here. So you won't get a full chance to be able to see it quite yet, but I'm pretty sure by the time you see this video, all this is gonna be done. So let's go take a look at the backyard. And As you can see, this here is also going to get built out for your concrete. But so the backyard, you have what's called this retention pond. So anytime you see these newer construction neighborhoods, they always have to leave certain spaces for just the flow and drainage system. And so you'll have a fence here, and no one won't smell. That's not what I mean when I said drainage system. It's just something from architectural. You have to make sure you have that in the back. So, but the beautiful thing about this is that, you hear that? I know, nothing. Peace, quiet is what you deserve. And let's just take a look over here since it's open right now. At some point, this will be a fence up, but you can see this is where our cul-de-sacs is going to be. And so some of them are sold already, and then some of the other ones available. So you can be able to reach out because the builder is the only one who's going to build specifically in this area. And so as you're looking at this and you say, man, I love everything about it and I want to be able to capitalize on something like this. Well, I think the main thing you have to do is reach out, like I always tell you. So this is Falcon Ridge. So if you know you want to stay in Bryan, or maybe you're still looking and you're still trying to make sure what is going to be a good fit for you, then you want to make sure that you reach out, make sure we can talk and schedule some time to find out what it's going to take to get you to qualify for certain these homes. So thank you for watching my channel. As always, subscribe and like as we drop videos every week that's going to give you more insight of the Bryan-College Station area, and I look forward to seeing you next time. So if you're ever looking for a house here in the Bryan area, say you want luxury with a combination of proximity. So you have Abilene Home, who is a luxury builder here in the Bryan-College Station area, and this beautiful 3-2 house that's right around $290, you can be able to find in Bonham Trace Homes. So we're gonna take a look at this house and see what you think, and I think you're gonna like everything you have to see about Bonham Trace here in the Bryan, Texas area. Let's go take a look at it. Welcome back to my channel, Living and Investing in Bryan-College Station. And if you're new to the channel, whether you're living or investing, this is going to give you a little bit more of an investing and living side, as this neighborhood has a combination of both. Now, this neighborhood is 90% people living, where you're a first-time home buyer, whether you're somebody who want to find some for family. They have a great school that is walking distance, and so the cool thing is this have walking trails throughout the neighborhood, and they have a couple of different phases that they are building. So if you see this and you say, hey, I want to maybe pick this because of the schools that's located in this proximity, I want to take advantage of that, make sure you reach out, book a time with us. My job and my goal is very simple. It's to make sure I eliminate all the questions, the confusions you have. And if you're that person that say, hey, I need to do something within the next 9 days, Jabari, we've done that several times. We've actually done it shorter than that. So regardless of your time frame, we can assist you as soon as you've seen this video. That means it was meant for you. So we'll take a look at this house, see if it's a good fit for you. And if not, remember, reach out so that we can assist you and make sure we find the good layout based on what you're looking for. Let's go take a look. So this here, I love this patio. I always think of my my wife and my family. They always like sitting on the porch, because the cool thing about this porch is that I can look right over here and you have the schools, and because kids can walk to school from this neighborhood, it's one of the reasons it's highly sorted out. So make sure you reach out so we can tell you more about HOA, schools, and whether it's middle school, elementary, or it's a good fit for you in this neighborhood. Okay, now let's walk from here. We have these, I love this white brick, how they've complemented this white hardy board. And as we go inside of here, now we're going to turn right over here and you can get a chance to see the first 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. This bedroom is, I always look at it this way, is if you're wanting to kind of get a bedroom that is an entertainment room, say you wanted to make this a mother-in-law suite, this is kind of one of your options to do. So now maybe you got a big family, you're just like, I need all my space. Well, you maybe want to find the smallest kid and make sure they're in this area. But the cool thing I do like about these houses is that they do have the shelving space where you can be able to lay things out, and it's not just the hangers, because I've seen certain houses that have those layout, and let's just face it, sometimes you don't want everything to be on the floor. You want to put something at, you know, height level, especially like your shoes, maybe your jewelry, and maybe this is for your kiddos and you want to give them that option. Okay. Now we walk across here, you have your full-size bathroom, so with a shower, tub, and I love some of the tile and some of the color and the finishes they have inside of here. And then we'll take a look at this other bedroom. Now, one of the things I mentioned is that this can be a study room, and just another note to keep is oftentimes these rooms that are true study rooms in certain houses and certain layouts, they don't have closet space. So this one do have closet. So that's why you can use it for either a bedroom, or you may say, well, Jabari, I've seen a room and it didn't have a closet. Well, that's going to be your 100% true study room. So you can use it for study, because we're in a college town. Sometimes that's good for people who share space, and you can make that this true study room. So this is what this room can be considered, even if you're thinking about using this for yourself or for your kids from the investment side. Okay, so let's take a look inside of the rest of the house. So I love this foyer. It gives just a full home experience as you get to walk in. Bam, now you're in the living room. So I love this living room open. Abilene does a good job at making sure they optimize space, have good height on their ceilings. So you most likely will put your TVs here, put your curtains or your blinds here. And even if you think about that, if you always say, hey, Jabari, I want to maybe find ways to take advantage of a certain incentive that can cover some of those things, make sure you always call us so that we can walk through those details as we've done that before. Okay. Now, most of the time I've had people say you've rented for a while, you're relocated, you had a smaller space, or maybe you're moving from like California, and just to get something at 1,500 square feet in a 200 range is even unheard of. Well, this here, you may say, hey, I just want to wash dishes and look at my show, or maybe I want to look at a game because A&M is playing, but I want to host at my house. Think about the experiences you can create in this house, and that's what ownership really gives you, that opportunity to say, hey, I can do whatever I want to do with this space. So I want you to imagine with me as I walk around in this house and give you an idea of what this layout would be. And even if it's not this house, you have that opportunity if you're a first-time home buyer, or if you're just somebody that wants to create an experience at your house. All right. One thing I would say is they have the gas stove. Certain neighborhoods do have gas and electric. So they actually have electric stove in this one. So this neighborhood is full of electric as well. And I love the white backsplash. Most builders don't take out the time to make sure they complement the kitchen and give it a good feel. Got your microwave over the stove, and then you have your pantry, decent size there. And then when you go over here, you have your dining room area. So the dining room area is good space where, hey, say you have your friends and it's over, say it's poker night, or maybe it's ladies night, or whatever night you're planning on doing with the kids, homeschool. This, I think, area you can use for a lot of different reasons, and optimize it. Of course, have your dinner and family time. Now, go inside of here. This one is the main bedroom. Cool thing I do like about this is that you have your plug-ins on both sides, so you can fit probably a queen or even a king mattress. Now, California king, you may be having some trouble getting that through the door. So when it comes to the plug-ins, you can be able to put your lamps, clocks. People to use clocks these days. Yeah, I don't know. I was asking Judge behind the camera on that. He said he don't know. So I don't know either, but if you want to, you can pull out your clock, or you can put your clock on the wall. But high ceilings, and from there you'll walk into your bathroom. You have your double sink action. So hey, you stay on your side, I stay on my side, okay? And of course, we want to give me some shower action. So right here, got some good old tub, living. I said tub, excuse me. Shower living, and you have your stool and you have your seat where you can be able to sit down, get a chance to relax and reset from the day. All right, now here you have your space. You can put your towels, sheets, any extra covers, even dirty clothes. You can choose to put it in there, but maybe not put your dirty clothes there. Just wait for it. Have your stall here. But then this here is the closet space. Closet space, I like how they have these built-in shelves where you can be able to put your shoes, and even on a higher spots as well. Now, let's say you got your dirty clothes. We can be able to put our dirty clothes here and get it up, get it moving, get it going, and we can close that door, or we can close this door because we are deciding we gotta go out for the rest of the day. And so here's our two-car garage, and can be able to fit good size vehicles inside of here. Have a sprinkler system. They got a few things here, so we won't move too many things around, but you can at least get an idea of what it looks like. So we're gonna back up and we're gonna go over to the backyard and get a chance to be able to see that and kind of understand the make of this neighborhood. And then we'll wrap up back here in the kitchen, just talk about certain builders that's here and the incentives that they offer. So I love this back patio. This back patio, it's beautiful when it comes to, do you hear that? Exactly. Peace of mind, some quiet time, and you have a plug-in, have a light, so you can be able to come out here. You know, what would be pretty cool, have a little screen-in porch so those mosquitoes in Texas that loves to come out and love on you and taste your blood. So mosquitoes not too horrible here. The heat is more. I think the mosquitoes leave because the heat is like, I'm done with the Texas heat. So this is just a good spot. And if you have furry friends, you can kind of give great running space. Now back here you do have neighbors. So this is this neighborhood is still fairly newer. So you still have families and friends who stay on the opposite side, but you have people who are here. Man, the beautiful thing about this house is you can kind of take a look at it and just see, just looks nice from the back. Full white hardy board on the back, and I just think Avenue done a good job at creating their product. We'll wrap up in the kitchen. We're gonna talk about a couple of things when it comes to the financing. And even if you try to want to buy cash or this is an investment, let's talk through that a little bit so you can understand the options you have. Let's go. Okay, so we're here back in the living room of this house in Bonham Trace. Now, I have one of the flyers, and many of the flyers that they have in most of these new homes is, hey, how can I apply for a incentivized rate? And so these homes of Abilene Homes, which is by Reese Homes, they partner with certain lenders that allow you to be able to get opportunities to get lower interest rates than what the market is offering. So at the time of this video, I think interest rates anywhere from that, 6% now, the homie to it, but 6 or 7%. And when you can be able to get something in at 5 and sometimes 4%, it makes a difference. So make sure when you reach out that we know that. Now, if you're looking at this as an investment property and maybe you're thinking of, hey, my kids are going to be staying in these homes, or maybe I just need to deploy money for tax reasons and just need to be a good buy for us from that standpoint, how can we see what other type of loan products or structures that we can offer you from there? So listen, thank you for taking out the time for watching this video. Thank you for walking this beautiful home with me here in Bonham Trace, and I want you to take the time out to subscribe and share this, or in the comments ask questions. Did I leave something out? Did I maybe not say something that you were looking for me to say? If not, thank you for watching. See you next time.
So have you ever wanted new construction? Maybe wanted to see the process. Maybe you want to understand the in and out, and maybe you just want to have a move-in ready home. So you need to stay tuned so you can hear a little construction in the back, so that you can understand the difference between move-in ready homes and if you want to build. And so we're gonna look at a move-in ready home here in the Bryan-College station in a neighborhood you may not know about because it's just started getting building a couple years ago. Look forward, talk to you soon. Welcome back to my channel, Living and Investing in Bryan-College station. And if you're new to my channel, whether you're looking to move within the next 9 days, 90 days, or even 9 months, make sure you subscribe and reach out, because I always get questions from you, whether you are wanting to find a home in Bryan now or you're down the line. Regardless of where it's at, I love to be able to connect with you and assist you in your home search. And so today we're in Bonham Trace. Now, Bonham Trace is a newer developed neighborhood has about 3 different builders. You have R&L, which is a local builder, and Reese Homes, if you've seen some of my other videos, has Avonlea Homes. Now, they are in this neighborhood as well. So you have those 2 builders. And I'll hold the third one for you in a second. But the thing about this neighborhood, it's a very newer neighborhood. And it's located to a more up-to-date school. They just recently built elementary, and it's closely connected to Texas 6. So if you're someone who say, I want something that's in a great neighborhood, newer neighborhood, therefore schools is updated, very nice, high quality school that they built, this will be a good opportunity to be able to check out this neighborhood. Now, the price point for this homes is going to be anywhere 250 to around lower 300s, maybe 325 is ideally the price point that you'll find in these homes. Now, they are almost they're in phase 2 and they're finishing out. So you're going to constantly see, I think it will be close to over 200 homes that's here. And some of the other builders on top of, like I said, R&L, Avonlea, and Blackstone, I was not going to forget that for you, is the other builder. So today we'll be taking a look at R&L Homes. So they're a local builder that do real well. So a lot of these builders build either, higher grade luxury homes, and they have combined their efforts to be able to come here in this neighborhood to be able to build houses for others in this area. So here in a second, we're going to take a look at R&L House and see what you think. And let's go take a look. All right, so we're going to take a look at this 3-2 plan in Bonham Trace. This is an R&L build. Local builder here in the Bryan-College section area. So right when you come in, you're going to turn right to the right and you have your study. So I like this for those who work at home and you say, hey, I need to be able to have a space where I can isolate work from my bedroom. This is that opportunity. Now, right across, this floor plan is right around 1,200 square feet. You'll see it have the 2-car garage, so they just pulled out the trailer. So gotta fix a couple things there. But so as we walk in, I love stage homes because you can really get the full effect of the house. And when you come in, you have the kitchen, have our pantry here. So get a chance to take a look at that here. And as we zoom out, we can take a look at some of the finishes, the cabinets. And right when we come here, now we're in the dining room area. So we're gonna have 2 bedrooms over there, and then we'll have the master bedroom over here. So here in a second, we will take a look at the bedrooms. But I just like to give the overall flow of what this will look like beforehand, and then go from there. So let's go ahead and go inside of the bedrooms right here to the right. You're going to have your bathroom here. Good job. And I love stages. They stage some of the rooms, and as you always heard me say, now this here is generally like your bedroom for maybe kids. Maybe you have little ones, or maybe you have an office space where you want to switch and say, hey, the bedroom will be in the front, and that can be some of your study room. These rooms is a good area to maybe do so, just because maybe you don't want to know or get distracted from people coming in and out. That's just one thing to consider. And so here we have the washroom. So it's going to be right here in proximity to the bathroom and the other 2 bedrooms. And that's going to help just for folding. So if you want to do some folding, that'll be your folding room. So we'll come back out, and then we'll come to our master bedroom. So foyer, and then here will be the master bedroom. So this is about a queen size bed that they currently have here. Let's pan it over there. And then right when your entry, you walk in, good high ceilings. And then of course, we can't forget the walk-in closet. I love how they always have these being built in shelves because it helps with just whether you have shoes, watches, ties, or even some of your jewelry you can be able to put there. And so from there, we walk out and then we can take a look at this room. So we have our stall, we have our 2 sinks, and then we also have a small little linen closet right there for you. That way, towels, probably even sheets. So this is definitely good for, I always say, relocators. If you someone who just moving here and just kind of get started, it's definitely that, or a downsize. Like maybe you just say, hey, I'm just looking to downsize, or I just want something newer, as this will probably be my last house. We worked with several of those people. And so this is the backyard. So if you have some good old furry friends, the good thing that is you won't have anyone built in the back. So that's a neighborhood back there. So that's a backyard, pretty good distance. So you will always have your gate, where the gate is going to be connected to one side, meaning you can come in only on one side. You won't have entrance from both sides. So we come in that way. Love this. So if we was to go all the way back, you have that covered patio where you can be able to sit, create your own oasis in your backyard, and you plug in, be able to listen to music. So let's go back in, talk a little bit more about square footage, about this house, maybe certain incentives. Right. So R&L, this home is right at 1,500 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And this plan specifically is called the Emily. So R&L obviously is a local builder, as I emphasized, and they have their plans related to have stories in connection with their family. So I love that. So great opportunity to be able to connect and know the history. As you say, hey, Jabari, let's take a look at R&L. I looked at some of the homes, I've seen some of the videos, and I want to take a look at that. Now, one thing I do want to tell you, when you reach out to me, we've built relationships with some of these lenders and builders who have incentives. Sometimes that's going to be better than what you would get in the normal market. So let's say, for instance, you wanted to try to find something that's going to be more cost effective. So with some of the special rates by using builders, it's always going to be 10 times better. And that's why I love new construction, because it literally gives you opportunity that's not dependent on the market. And so, for instance, like if the rates right now is around 7%, now we're recording this in July in 2025. So as this get dated, I just want you to know that's where interest rates were at today. But let's say that we could be able to get you anywhere from that 4.875 interest rate. So if you look at the same house, you could be able to look at a difference of almost over $400 of a difference in your payment. And obviously you pay less. Now that's generally with 3 to 5% down. Now, depending on your qualifications, we can go over different options, but I just wanted to give you a real clear indicator that over $400 of difference of using some of the lenders that the builder have is actually going to be much better when you're connected with me and help me figure out what's going to be a good fit for you. Okay. So listen, as always, I thank you very much for taking out the time looking at this video. And if you have not, please subscribe, as we always drop videos every week so that we can be able to continue to help you, serve you, and show you all the different new constructions here in the Bryan-College Station area. So thank you for taking out the time for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Remember, legacy begins when your excuses end. We'll see you next time. Have you ever wondered, when you look at a house, how much paint do you need to paint one room, let alone the whole house? Well, maybe you're considering a new construction home in the Bryan-College Station area, and you're trying to determine maybe if you're a family, is this going to be good enough for me in the Bryan area? Doesn't fit within my budget. Maybe you have kids that are coming to Texas A&M, and you say, will this be a good investment
for my kids. New construction homes in this area, you need to not miss. I am in Edgewater, which is one of the popular areas that is close to campus in Midtown. So you don't want to miss what this area have to offer. Let's go. Welcome back to my channel, Living and Investing in Bryan-College. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Whether you move in the next 9 days, 90 days, even 9 months, my job is to give you insight, the information that's going to help you make your transition to the Bryan-College or investing very fruitful. So today we are in Edgewater neighborhood. Now this is in Bryan. Now this area has a lot of new construction that's going on. We're going to take a look at both of these houses behind me. So I think one of the things I've noticed is, as either people have reached out or I've had a chance to help many of our clients, and that's right. If you have questions and you say, hey, I like the tours, make sure you go below the link. You'll be able to reach me at my number directly, text, and I'm more than happy to schedule time with you so we can go into some of the details and say, hey, think about new construction, whether I want to start in this phase or I just want to go ahead and have a house already built, moving ready. Either way, I give you all the options, and I've done a lot of the heavy work when it comes to relationships and every option in the Bryan-College area. So that way it saves you time. But this area, these homes behind me, it's going to make up about 16 to 1,500 square feet. Now, houses in the Bryan-College area in this range is going to be minimum 319 up to maybe 340. So these houses are going to be basically under 36. So have a lot of great incentives. So we'll take a look at both of these floor plans and make sure we see which one you like best. And of course, if you like them, don't like them, reach out so we can find what you do like and be able to answer some more of your specific questions. All right, let's go take a look at it. All right, let's start off with this first plan. I love the wood accents with the white siding. This is 1922. This is going to be right at 1,600 square feet, starting around at 340 price point. So right when you walk in, you're going to have a bathroom here. And then this is going to be a good size, whether it's a college student sharing a room. They're going to have their own closet space, decent closet. Then you'll go here, have your bathroom. There'll be a shared bathroom. So if a family member, or maybe I think of mom, I like the customizing of the tub. It's not just a regular insert. Very nice. Now then you have the other bedroom, about similar size. So you get a chance to view that one. Now, as we go in here, go back to the foyer. So that's the front door. I like this entrance. So this is a 4-bedroom. So right here, if I was to go straight over here, I have the option for the garage and my laundry room. So let's go in the bedroom, then we'll come back there. So this bedroom is kind of a corner bedroom. Now you can use this for office space. Now this is great, I think, if you have college students, because each one of these have their own closets, and you'll see some in a second that may be a study, but decent closet space here, or for just a family, growing kids. Now let's go inside of here, and that's a 2-car garage. Have a nice little mud room, bottom area where you can be able to put your shoes, your cabinets, washer and dry hook up here. Now you got a 2-car garage. Now this area, it is going to have your sprinkler system. So if you needed to operate that from the phone, you can. Have our water heater here. Have attic space. So let's go back inside. We come in, have an extra closet for your coats and shoes. If you don't want to track it into the house, I like the vinyl plank floor, give that real wood feel. And so we come inside of here, have where your refrigerator will be. Good, nice, clean cabinet space, like the backsplash. Pantry right in the corner. Even if you're that person that may have been renting for a while and you say, Troy, I'm tired of renting, I want to have my own kitchen. This is where you have your dining room, so you have your lights, and you'll have a seating where you can probably put a good 5-6 seater table. Have the back
Then you also have, you can put a couple stools right here as well. And then here'll be the living room area. So pan out on that living room, give you a feel what that looks like. And we'll walk back into the kitchen, and then we'll go outside, then we're in on that master bedroom in this one. So going outside, I do like this has a covered patio. So as it's been a little windy today, raining. So this here covered patio is nice. Now, I will tell you, this will have some houses. They're starting another subdivision right over there. So you'll eventually have houses in the back, because being in this area, it's just a lot of demand. And which is good. You keep busy, especially if you're on the rental side. But home ownership, you have people who's going to protect your value too, with some of the HOAs that they do have. And speaking of HOA, I'll make sure I do get that to you. And if I didn't, put in the comments, because you guys do a good job of, hey, Jabari, what was the price? Hey, what was this? So definitely let me make sure. Now, cool thing is that you do have the entrance here on one side. Most of the time when you look at this, it's always going to have one side is going to be locked and the other is going to have an entrance. So keep that in mind. So we walk back inside, and let's go over here in the master bedroom. Now, this master bedroom can fit probably your good queen or even king. So I'm standing against the back wall right now. So pan that around. Now, these rays, they do a great job at giving you a good layout within that $350 price point. Most of the time I see these homes don't have both the tub and the shower. So I love that, because a lot of my families say, hey, I also want a good closet too. So not only do you get both your shower and tub, but this is a deep closet. You realize I just passed up like 2 blocks to get to the back. So, but this is for my closet people. So if you say, hey, the bathroom was what sell me. My wife is the one that, when we bought our house, she's like, oh, the bathroom is what did it for me. So this may be for you. You have a single stall there. So I love that. Then you have some of your dirty clothes chutes. So does not have a drop, but get the point. All right, so that's going to be this one once again. 4 bed, 2 bath, and we'll go take a look at the next house. All right, so we just finished the house on the left, so we're gonna go over here to our next house, and stay with me. I'll make sure I get you all details on this one. Now I know this one, the tab is smaller plan, so 3-2. So when we walk in, now to the right on this one, you're gonna have similar layout. Now just a little bit more space when you walk into this bedroom, much more deeper. Then you walk across, you do gonna have your bathroom, a little bit different layout, but I like how they've done this shower. Okay, zoom out of there. And then you come into the second bedroom. Man, these bedrooms are much bigger. So the cool thing that I'm noticing about New Phase is that they seem to do a good job at expanding the room if you have less bedrooms. So look at that, good depth. Because most of these builders understand when you are building these homes for first-time home buyers, you want good quality, but you also want to keep that within a certain budget range. So they do a good job with that. Now, cool thing, I'm gonna wait. That is a mud room. That is the bedroom, but I'm gonna wait on that one. But check this out. The thing I love about this is this study room. So you have a study room right here. Now, if you really want to, you can convert this into a room, but I'll be honest with you. If you work from home, you got good lighting, but a very, very smaller study room. But I love that for my people who work home, who want to have their own space, glass doors, so they're closed here. So that's that. So we walk inside, have our extra
closet door here. Then, man, look at that countertop. This does give us a little bit better feel. Living room has a little bit more depth. Dining room goes right into the living room. So we'll go around here and see counter space a little bit more wide. So come on this end and get a chance to view. And then I'll go outside and get a chance to see what that back patio looks like. The back patio here. So that's next door to the house we were just looking at, and of course, backyard. Right now, don't have much, but you can. Don't know how close it is as far as when it's starting. We'll make sure I highlight that on the next video. And then we have an AC, got a sprinkler system as well over here. And so you can see that side is locked. And for my little furry friends, if you have furry friends, this is a good size for our furry animals, furry family members. We have one. Her name is Sophie. I always say it's my wife's dog. So I understand. This is the one where you can enter in. I love dogs. I'm starting to like them a little bit more. So don't get on me. I'm very open to my furry friends. Just give me a heads up before you come. Okay, let's go into our master bedroom. And this here is extra, maybe, your towels or even linen, like extra covers. And then we go into our master bedroom. Good size bedroom here. Good open windows. And then let's go inside of our master bedroom. So good long space where we have a tub insert. Then you have your bathroom and your stall room on this side. A little sliding door action like that, lock that. And then come back out and we see here our lovely closet. Now, the cool thing about this is that is the foyer. So this here, you can close off if you say, don't want access to my closet space. You can do that as you walk back out into your space. Or, hey, say I need to wash clothes. Let's go put our laundry room. It's going to be right there when we walk out. Then have extra spacing. And then we go into our garage. Water heater, hey, look at that. Got some attic space. Insulation and everything's always up there. Water all shut off. So, in all these homes generally come with most of the updated electric features. So, I like this new phase home, and then we're circling back around. So let's talk a little bit and wrap up this video. Okay, so this home, the last one we just toured, is a 3-2. It's over 1,600 square feet. The difference between both of these houses is one is a full bedroom, one is a study. So consider that, I think, for someone who may want to utilize a home space and want to have a true study, this last house is the one we want, will be a good fit for you. But if you're someone, hey, I need to maximize my room as I'm a growing family, or it could be a rental, and you're like, hey, we can rent out the other room and we need a full bedroom. That's going to be able to determine and distinguish, I think, the two out of these homes right next to each other. But one of the things I wanted you to consider is a local builder. So as you know, I did a video on local build of your national build. It's, I think, great benefits from both. So, but I always like having local relationships. So I've done a good job at making sure I've connected with
every one of these builders. So when you reach out and you say, hey, I'm looking for a certain price point and I want to get a new construction, and I can know where to direct you, not because of what I want, but based on not only the closings that we've had with other builders, but or even ones we have on a contract, similar like yourself. You don't want to have to look at a lot of things. You just want to say, hey, can you give me the best options based on that? So if you're needing financing and you want to be able to take advantage of some incentivized rates, make sure when we reach out, say, hey, Jabari, I'm open to know more about some of the financing you have, because even with today's interest rates, sometimes they're high on the, 5 to 6% range, sometimes higher than that, depending on where we're at and we're going into the buying season. I have a certain houses that can give you incentives. So make sure you mention that to me as we schedule our time. I always love to have an intro call and then have a discovery call based on where you're at, whether you're in that 9-day phase, we got to move fast, or hey, we're in got 9 months, or maybe in between, you got about 30 to 40 days. So regardless of what it is, I love the chance to be able to meet with you. But if you know you're not going to be coming soon, make sure you subscribe and I can be able to speak with you and know, hey, what are your desires and what are your homes that you're looking for? And whether it's an investment, whether it's a family member, or whether you're downsizing, and you just want to find a luxury home, I love to be able to talk with you so that we can be able to find what's going to be a good fit for you and your family, or maybe just you. So we can be able to go from there. Oh, hey, thank you for watching this video at Legacy Real Estate. And remember, if you don't have a legacy, that is fine. But now that you know, don't you dare leave this earth without leaving a legacy behind. We'll see you next time. Hey, this is Jabari, your real estate agent, and today we're in Bryan, Texas. And right now we are in Greenbriar subdivision near Austin Conley, Oakmont. So if you're someone who's new and you're living or planning to move to College Station, Bryan-College Station, or move back, then make sure you like, subscribe my channel, as I always am here to give you home tours and also insights from investment. So if you are someone who are looking to move within the next 30, 90 days or so, or even longer, follow me or ask questions as you may see things and have specific questions that I may have for you. But other than that, we're going to take a look at this Reese custom home, which is the Elizabeth #2 floor plan. This is a very beautiful home, a corner lot. We're going to take a look at it and let me know what you think. All right, so this beautiful home is a 3.5 bath, a little over 3,000 square feet. As you can see, as you're coming up, it does have great spacing. 2-car garage, but if you are someone who like to have guests, oftentimes uses as a game home, can be a good house. Love the numbers on here as you go up into these double doors. Go inside of here, welcome foyer. Love this one. If you're a modern contemporary person, this is going to be a good home for you. So right when you walk in, you're going to have your living room space. Very beautiful high ceilings, chandeliers at the top. And let's go straight into the kitchen. And you can be able to see they have the smart featured refrigerators. Love the cabinet space, custom backsplash, just beautiful all through and through. Sink can overlook the driveway. Built-in microwave, island. I just think they did a beautiful job with this one, and just going to observe this one together. You have this center piece where you can be able to do something very similar and also have some extra cabinets. And then if you go around this corner, you can be able to have your pantry. So love this pantry sliding door. You can be able to put all your lovely snacks. It has this designer wall right here, and then it also has some extra cabinet space
for your food, all right behind the kitchen. And so I'm going to actually just go straight into this study room that comes off of the pantry and actually comes off the master bedroom, which we'll look here at in a minute. So very good, decent study room. Have your black ceiling painted, customized lighting. They did a good job with this house. And as you go into your master bedroom, vaulted ceilings. That is a queen size bed. And then you walk in, you have your tub, beautiful his or her sink. Those wood finishes just really looks very good here. And then I love this shower. Take a look at this. So instead of you trying to get in here and turn the shower on, how about you turn it on here so you don't have to do that whole hand pull to try to not get the cold water while it's warming up. So I think they did a real good job there. The black towels, as you walk in, and then you walk here, you have your private stall. And then right off of that, you walk straight into your closet. So your walk-in closet, built-in shelving space. And then right off of that, you will go into your laundry room. So laundry room has your built-in sink here, have your cabinet space right above them, and then have your folding area, a hanger for air dry for certain garments. But then right off of that, you have kind of your choice. You can use this as a mudroom, but with your hooks that will cover up. But then also with it being off the kitchen, you can maybe store some additional things, kind of your choosing on that. But this here, you do have a very deep garage, two-car garage. And I would say this is your attic space. So off the garage, you can put in your extra, anything extra that you need to be able to put inside, you can be able to do so. So we'll go back down and go into some of the other rooms. So coming back into the living room, before we go to the other room, let's go ahead and take a look at the outside patio. Have your built-in kitchen. Refrigerator, bolted stain finishes. You have your built-in entertainment system already. And this backyard, being a corner lot, you often get a lot more yard anytime you have a corner lot. So you can kind of see over here in the Greenbriar, most of these houses have been built already. So it's not much new construction on this specific street. You do have some a little bit down River Valley, but very nice outdoor area where you can be able to host. If you are looking at purchasing this as a second game day home, you can be able to entertain your guests here. So as we go back inside, we can be able to take a look at our bedroom that's going to be right off of the front door. So it's going to be your front yard. And then this here, I love you have a full guest bathroom, have the stand-up shower, that have real good spacing as far as the closet. I like this extra little closet space if you have kids, as you know I do. Can kind of be your little cubby hole where they can hang out. So I know my boys would enjoy that as well. So as we go back out, we'll go to the other side and take a look at this extra room here can be used for additional bedroom. In all honesty, it has a closet right off of the closet, right off the room. Excuse me. You have your extra half bathroom, but you have your glass doors. You can use this as kind of, they've set it up. This is an extra room, kind of your choosing. And you have your shelves built in over here, so you can use this as an extra study room if you chose to, but kind of have that off of your bedroom. So you have extra storage space here, built-in shelves within a closet. I love this lizard fan for Reese. Is a very, very nice customized home. So we go upstairs, and you're gonna have your other two bedrooms up here, wood stairs, and get into the carpet. So we're gonna turn right. Right, you'll have your bathroom. White on black. Very well put together. This bedroom will be the bedroom that overlooks the front yard. Good old built-in shelves. And then we'll go to this common area. So common area is a little smaller here, a lot more room downstairs. This is gonna look the side yard, be in the corner lot, has some beautiful houses across the way. And then this was gonna be your last bedroom here. So this window is gonna overlook the backyard. And then you also have your cabinets built into each closet. So as you look at this custom home and you maybe have questions about, if this plan is still available, or if you wanted to take this on a certain lot, please reach out, and you can call, text, or schedule a consultation with me so that we can get more specifics figured out for you and your moving scenario, or if you're just in the area and just want to purchase something different. So please let me know. Thank you for watching all the way. And if you have additional questions or just want to see other houses, please feel free to click some of those, and I will see you at the next tour.